Hello everyone, this video is to show you how we can create and manage opportunities in ACT. So to create a new opportunity, you will first have to look for a contact because you want that opportunity to be attached to an existing account. So exactly as we shown in the previous video, you would have to click on contact and you can use the search bar here to look for the person you want to attach the opportunity to. You will see some names appearing there, so you will have to look for a contact record. Just as a reminder, those are exactly the same page. So just select one. If they are different, you will notice it. So if you click on my name, let's say, you will see my own business cards information. To add an opportunity, you would have then to click on the opportunity tab that you have at the bottom of your screen, and you would see all the opportunities with that existing customers down there. So if there is more than one opportunity, you would see it here, and we'll show an example later on in that video. So if you have a new opportunity, you would have to click here on new opportunity and fill out the information that you will see there. The name here would be something that would be relevant to you. Let's say a project name, something that would mention the projects that you have to manage with that customer. That could be the name of their units. That could be a special design that they want to look for. In fact, it's just some information for you to know exactly what's the status of the name of that project. So we would enter the name here. Then the opening date will be the exact date on which you open the account. So if you want to catch up with some opportunities that you had in the past, you could always click here on the arrow and select the date that was in the past. So this is the date where you have received or being aware of the project. The estimated close date would be the date when you estimate you should get the contract from the customer. So let's say we want, in that example, we expect the projects to go on and to be given on March 13. We will have to select it here. The actual closing date would be only to be used when the project is closed. So we'll see later on in another video how we should close that opportunity, but for the moment we'll leave that blank. The status here on the right side, it would be open at first, but this is where you will change it later for closed won, closed lost, or inactive. The vehicle type, you could mention if it's, let's say, a coach, if it's a special vehicle, if it's a special length of vehicle, and then the type of project, we would edit a list here if we want to have any kind of projects. But this is not an information that I absolutely need. It's more for you if you want, let's say, mention if it's a rebranding, if it will be a modification of existing layout, if it would be addition to it, anything like that. The expected order will be removed since it's exactly the same as here. So don't use that one. You will see in a few days that this one should be removed, so you won't have to use it. The quantity of unit, you would enter how many units you have concerned by that opportunity, and the average price would be mentioned here. So let's say we have 20 units that would have an estimated average price of 1,000. You enter it like that. And then you could select next action date. So if you want to do a follow-up, as we were doing in the pipeline, you would click on the arrow here. And let's say you want to make a follow-up since the decision will be taken on March 13. You want to make a follow-up on February 27. You would select it from here. You notice actually in that opportunity that the total value and the weighted value are not adjusted. This is because at the moment, the quantity of units is not multiplied by the estimated average price. This should be also changed very soon, but no matter what, you will have to click on add here in order to enter the information. So the only thing you have to fill out here would be the quantity of units. So let's say we put that, those 20 units we're talking about, and the price at 1,000. You won't have to use the cost here. The cost would be for us to see what are the margins, what is the profitability of the company, so we won't have to use it for the moment. So just fill out the quantity and the price here, so you will get an estimated total. So if you click OK here, you will now see that this project has a potential of $20,000. The weighted value is exactly as we had in Excel, in the pipeline that we were using in Excel. So you would have to adjust the probability here. So if it's 50%, you could enter 50 like that. You could use the arrows to move up, and you see that the more the chances of success are high, the higher the weighted value is. So as soon as your project and your opportunity is completed, you just have to click save, and that's it. You can add another opportunity in there. Later on in the future video, I will show you how to adjust it. But just before we end that one, I want to let you know if you would like to split, let's say, the projects that you have between two different kind of units, that would be possible to do so by adding another line here in the project. So you could have here some 50 footers and then maybe some 20-foot vehicles or anything like that. So you could have different type of units if you want to follow them like that. But for the moment, I recommend that we work exactly as we did in Excel. So please just fill out the information regarding the number of units times the estimated price that you have here. Thank you very much.